So we have a few minutes, not a lot, to be here together, to go deep inside and meditate. And the idea that came up is about soulmates. Before we get into contemplating the whole idea of a soulmate, let's just go ahead and go inside ourselves and touch that place where we believe the soul sits. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath into the body. We have this physical body, which is not the soul, but certainly houses the soul. It's created by the soul. And then we have an emotional body and a mental body. Driven by the soul often, but not always. It's a seat of love, our heart center, where the soul abides and connects and sits. And sometimes we may get so preoccupied with our three-dimensional living and work and mind and planning that we may completely ignore the soul. But there is a very simple way to know when we are in touch with the soul. And that is when our inner child is happy and feels free and empowered and excited, full of ideas, rearing to go. Then you know the soul is speaking loud and clear. And the vibrations are uplifted. No part is left out. All of me is present. Mind, body, spirit. And a soul mate would be a person, another soul, of similar vibration, who can trigger such a feeling. When somebody inspires us deeply, and makes space in their lives, whether we are involved in a project, in a exciting adventure, short-lived or long-term, but certainly when we meet somebody and we feel touched, or we feel we extend ourselves with the willingness to touch, And this touching is not necessarily a physical one, but it's most gratifying when it is. We can touch each other over the airwaves, over the internet, establish connections, meaningful, deep, free and freeing. No shackles, no expectations, just receiving spontaneously and giving spontaneously, knowing exactly what, for how long, to what measure. Nobody tells us. And we don't need to be told. Deep, deep inside, we know. The soul knows. The heart knows. No strings attached. What a wonderful relationship this is. Completely voluntary. Completely born out of love of the heart, interests of the mind, ideas that fills us with joyful expectations of great outcome. No attachments, though. We can see the possibilities, the attraction, and also such a relationship where we are willing to be patient and considerate, understanding, expanding, willing to go into areas we have not been before, because here is my soul mate right next to me on this adventure, receiving the courage. And in our own turn, offering that support and courage and leadership and loving patience. Oh, what a wonderful relationship that is. Every person out there is a potential soulmate. The soul is not choosy. Wherever it finds those vibrations, that resonance, It reaches out and seeks and invites, come here, come here. I know you. I have known you. And we can get to know each other again in new and beautiful ways. You are here, and so am I. What a wonderful gift in a point, time, and space coordination in all of eternity. What a gift this is. And no matter how brief our connection is, it's deep. And once we have met and connected, the mind will never forget. So I'm going to ask you to just take a few deep, deep breaths and just recall in your mind your soulmates that you have met already, young or old, some face to face, some separated by time, maybe. Creation of people that has inspired you so that you can almost picture yourself next to that artist, that creator. Reminder of the joy of living as a human being. So rich, so varied, so complex. And yet, that one stream that ties us all together. The soul that has traveled all the way from source to be here today. So with deep, deep gratitude and reverence, let us greet the soulmates that we already recognize. In your family, outside of family, in your social circle. You make life worth living. Thank you, thank you, thank you.